came up on 8th. They are 7-9 on the road. And there's Alvin. On November the 21st, Kings are 10-16 since Alvin.
A couple of things. Yeah. Not the coach, maybe.
In
maybe
fact,
the people that are on the floor.
Yeah, in fact, defensively, they might be a little bit worse over the last few games, but you can't even blame Alvin for that. They've been hurt as Fox goes right to the rim and scores. Remember the last game, Stu? The Lakers went small, but then they were getting beaten up down low, and that was the game when they...
Obviously, the Lakers had to make the adjustment. They did, and it paid off.
That's 4-2. Chemezi Metu. 10-14 at home are the Kings. By the way, Russ had another 0 turnover game. LeBron goes all the way and throws it down after the nice bounce.
Yep.
A few moments ago, didn't shoot it well the other night. Neither did Avery. He lets it go. Long rebound is tapped, and it goes right to Monk. Straight away above the break, and he rattles in the three.
Well, just on cue, you said didn't shoot in this one.
He was 3 for 13. Overall, though, in the last 4, 51.5%. Count it, foul, and this time it's Harrison Barnes meeting. The Lakers won 122-114. That was back on the 4th of January. In Sacramento, you might recall that game. Sacramento played really well in the first half, but the third quarter was owned by the Lakers, and they won, and they blew them out 2 in a row for Malik to start the game. How about a great...
But you noticed on that play down, LeBron actually made sure he waited and made the play available for Malik as they give up an easy hoop to Marvin Bagley.
Yeah.
Another one of those games where the Lakers as a group, all 5 are going to have to attack the paint defensively, or that's what's going to happen. They're giving up a little bit of size.
And while we have a moment, Avery's on the line. Here's a word from Carl's Jr.
Down the first of 2 and trying to put the Lakers up by a point, and does.
Avery was 2 for 10. Accentuates the fact that LeBron didn't get a whole lot of help with his 35 against a really, really good Grizzlies team. They just keep on rolling. Halliburton, Metu, there's that leaner and a nice soft touch.
Yeah, he's had some success. Top of the free throw line and in.
This is his 3rd game after he was in the health and safety protocols. LeBron doubled up. Baseline, good little cut by Bradley. Now finds Stanley Johnson. Did not start, but came in for Ariza after 90s. A lot of activity. Here comes LeBron taking the pass from Russ. Bounce now to Avery Bradley. He wants things to clear out a little bit. So Lakers now in their half-court set. Bradley, bounce, LeBron, couple of big steps and he scores.
Again, looking for the end is the 24-second violation.
Lakers entailing Horton Tucker, who's on the floor. He's going to attack the basket strong, and he scores.
That's him.
Behind the back quickly, skipping into the front court. Boy, he's having some fun over the last month or so. He just wants his team to win more games. Lakers once again hovering around that 500 mark. They've been there all year. Stanley hits a 3. Yes.
Confident in his offensive game.
Underneath, Stanley lets De'Aaron Fox get to the rim. Fox does that to a lot of defenders.
Yeah, but that was way too easy.
Yeah,
I thought Stanley was in a position to really contest that shot.
Handoff now to THT. He's got big Alex Len in front of him, the 7-footer from the Ukraine, the former lottery pick. Monk, is he going to get yet another 3? Ring it up from Malik. Controlled by the Kings.
And Malik Monk has to be very careful. He's got 2 fouls. He picked up a second one on the last trip down, so he has to be careful.
Harrison Barnes underneath scores. Yeah, he's got to have his hands in his pocket roll for a while. He had a run of 3 straight over 30 points. Last 2, though, both under 15 points. Hey, Lakers.
The free throw by De'Aaron gives the Lakers a chance to get Austin Reeves in the game. So he replaces Malik Monk as the Laker lead is down to 5.
Time and time again. I mean, this is the 4th time we've seen him in the regular season. We saw him once in preseason how they were so historically bad on the defensive end last year. LeBron switches it through.
A little head and shoulders. Forget the age factor. That's just great play by LeBron.
He has been the leading scorer in each of the last 11 games and the leading scorer 14 of the last 15 games for the Lakers. High arc for THT. Rebound by Dwight. Doing work on the offensive glass.
And that's opportunities, but also be that threat in the middle defensively to have players thinking about going to the rim and facing Dwight.
He's played now in 4 straight games. Trevor is back with the 2 fouls. And spinning is Harkless. Secondary defense. Count it on the...
And he loves to use his left in the paint.
Well, Reeves was really the leader of that comeback attempt the other night against Memphis. Hanging in the air and scoring is Horton Tucker.
Are you talking about absorbing?
One was doubled up. They were protecting the rim. Buddy Hield has it in the attacking zone. 32-23. Lakers have been in charge since the start. That's Halliburton. Tyrese.
Russell Westbrook should land.
The 9-time All-Star, the MVP in 2017. Had 19 points in the last meeting between these two. And Carmelo Anthony. Mike, I know you want to expand on his game a little bit.
Yeah, so the first game that Carmelo has missed this year, he and Russ were the only 2 players that had played all 41 up to this point. Just woke up with a little bit of lower back tightness, came out onto the court, tried to work through it, and they just decided to hold him out of this one. So Russ now, guys, again, the only guy that's got a chance to play all 82. I mentioned this on the pregame show, but our guy in the studio, Derek Fisher, had 6 straight seasons of playing 82 games each time, and 9 for his career. And that doesn't happen as much anymore, Billy Mack and Stu.
No, it doesn't happen as much anymore, but I kind of think that Fish and those guys were maybe a little tougher.
And we are leaning on Mike a little bit more. I'll only mention it once. Oh, nearly an ankle breaker on Reeves, and he scores! What a move by Mitchell.